The 2019 Wings to Fly Scholar selection process started as soon as the Kenya Certificate of Primary Education exam results were released. Scholars from humble backgrounds were encouraged to apply for the scholarships offered by Equity Group Foundation and MasterCard Foundation, supported by other partners.
I've really seen a number of cases of very needy boys and needy girls that have been beneficiaries of this scholarship. They went and successfully finished their Form 4 education, and they made a big effort, and a number of them came out with good grades.
The candidates who attained at least 350 marks in KCPE applied for the scholarships and returned their applications to their respective Equity Bank branches across Kenya. Shortlisted scholars were invited to face a panel of community scholarship selection boards for interviews at selected centers. Accompanied by their parents or guardians, hundreds of scholars assembled early at the centers for the interviews that would go on the whole day. The second part of the interviews involved home visits by the CSSB members to ascertain the level of neediness as presented on paper and at the interviews. They set out to various homes on any means possible. Many walked near and far to reach the candidates' homes. A good number used vehicles, including public means, to get to the homes. In most cases, they would get to the end of motorable cattle tracks and walk the rest of the way.
Wings to Fly, naona kama inaleta mabadiliko makubwa katika Kisii County yetu. Imeleta mabadiliko ya kwamba watoto wanafanya bidii, wako na matumaini ya kupata kazi, na ni kama miaka ijayo watoto watafanya bidii zaidi, watapita zaidi. Tunaombea Equity ifadhili watoto kama ambao wako needy.
In some instances, the walking distance would be so long that the team would get to the homes after sunset. In some parts of the country, including the Lamu archipelago, access was by boat. The CSSB members packed into speedboats to reach Pate and Faza Islands and as far as Kiunga on the Somali-Kenya border. In Kilifi County, the CSSB arrives at the home of Julius Kalume after a half-an-hour trek through village pathways. The CSSB confirmed that indeed the candidate who scored 417 marks in KCPE exams to secure admission to Alliance High School is indeed needy.
I was born in this village, it is Migujini village. I was admitted to Migujini Primary School, and I learned there from nursery to Standard 8. But class 7 and class 8, it was so hard to write the school fees. So I was assisted by my head teacher, who is Mr. Karisa. I looked at my family that it is poor, so that motivated me that I should work hard so that I removed my family from the state of being poor. It really motivated me. I looked at my parents. My father had no job, my mother had no job, so that I got the spirit to work hard.
During the visit, Kalume's mother arrives in the dark, bearing the firewood that would cook the evening dinner.
What our mattress, this is the place that I sleep. So this is the sheet that I used to cover myself so that I protect myself from mosquitoes. My dream is that when I finish my readings, I become a doctor. It is very important because I personally, I am sick. I'm getting some injections that I started in 2013 and they will end in when I reach 18 years.
The few individuals who have been able to be sponsored, I can assure you they're performing better. because now they are concentrating on their studies. They have the lighting system, you know, they can be able to concentrate. They are not thinking about the problems at home. They are not going hungry because this program actually retains the students in school. So I'm happy that even with all these challenges in Kilifi, we still have some youths who are managing to make it in education.
Among scholars selected by the Lamu CSSB was Sitiesha Abdul Rahman Ahmed, who scored 375 marks in KCPE exams to gain admission to Lamu Girls' School. Sitiesha lives with an ailing mother and could not contemplate her fate if she failed to get the scholarship.
In our home, it's a climate home. My father does not have the ability to take me to higher studies, and I've scored that much. So it is very difficult for me to know that I have the ability to learn, but I don't have the possibility. So I want to request Wings to Fly to teach me and take me to higher studies so that I can accomplish my dream of becoming a pilot and help my mom, because no one is able to get money for her treatment. No one has money to treat my mom. And also my grandfather, her father is paralyzed and my grandmom is dead, remaining only her and my uncle and other siblings. They also want to look at their family who will treat my mom, and I'm their first daughter. I've scored these marks with my heart so that I can go to a national school which my father cannot afford to.
Hii ni Wings to Fly tangu ije imesaidia vijana sana, kwa sababu mara nyingi utapata vijana wamepata matokeo mazuri mtihani lakini hawana uwezo. Kupitia Equity wameweza kupata nafasi ya kuendelea kimasomo.
Daisy Atieno lives with her mother in Nyasera, Migori County. The mother rears wild doves to supplement charcoal business.
Shida nilikuwa napitia ilikuwa kama kulipa pesa kama za remedials ya asubuhi ilikuwa 500. Saa zingine mama yangu hana. Sasa nilikuwa nakaa nje. Saa zingine mama yangu anapata kama hana pesa. Sasa tunalala njaa. Nikipata hiyo scholarship itanisaidia kusoma mpaka nifike university hata form 4.
Ilikuwa tu tunaomba, tunauliza Mungu kama anaweza pata any scholarship ili aendelee mbele. Juu sikuwa na pesa ya kumpeleka mbele.
In spite of the circumstances, Atieno got 353 marks and will be proceeding to Kadika Girls High School.
Pupils are passing their exams. Parents don't have a way of taking them to school. The Equity Wings to Fly scholarship has made a very big impact in the community of Migori.
Na Wings to Fly, na washukuru kwa kunichukua na kunipeleka shule. Nikimaliza shule, nikuwe hata daktari, nitasaidia jamii yangu kwa hata kuwajengea nyumba.
In the windy village of Kadhome, Machakos County, lives Daniel Wambua, an orphan and a firstborn in a family of 2. Wambua lives with his blind and aging great-grandmother, Mbula Muli, who is now 105 years old.
I was schooling in Kemutwe Primary School. I got 376 marks in KCPE. I have been called at Machakos Boys High School. My mother was a single parent and she passed on when I was in class 4. After my mother had passed on, my great-grandmother took care of me because my grandparents had passed on.
Ne tegelile kosa Wambua ne kalena kenundo anduma kenema kuye.
Due to the failing health of Wambua's guardian and great-grandmother, he was forced to take up the responsibility of being the family's sole breadwinner by doing menial jobs in neighboring homes.
Mathina mautumanthe aliu nundu ndio njukumanda na kwa ndio nanthe Wambua aenda uthukuma tikono kalu nundu ndi na binya wo uthukuma ndi kona nthe.
So I just till the land for the neighbors, look after the livestock, draw water so that they pay me. The money that I've paid, I use it to buy the food that we are going to eat.
I wish us to finalize by looking at our final list.
Home verification visits completed, the CSSBs retreat to collate information gathered and select the most deserving cases.
And finally, Nafisa Mbwamadi. The names that I've just mentioned, members, this is the list, this is our final list.
The selected scholars' lives show resilience in the face of adverse circumstances occasioned by mostly disease and death in the family. Sometimes it is due to aggressive practices, neglect, and often drought. By joining the Wings to Fly, these scholars hope for a better tomorrow for themselves, their families, and the community at large have been restored.
Watoto ambao wanasoma Equity wako stable na wameweza kuachieve. Na kuna watoto kadhaa najua kwa university ambao mimi nawajua personally, watoto wao wazazi wao wanashukuru kiasi kikubwa, sema lao si Equity watoto singeenda kusoma. Na hata sisi katika Uislamu tunasema mtu akifanya mazuri umlipe, kama huna chochote cha kumlipa ngao muombe Mungu mambo yake tu mazuri.
The selection culminated in the commissioning of 1,000 students drawn from various parts of the country at a ceremony presided over by Education Cabinet Secretary Ambassador Amina Mohamed.
With the heart of a lioness and the kind heart of Dr. Josephine Kulea, I'm now standing here, 373 marks, with the wings to fly, ready for the next phase in life.
I wish to congratulate you for excelling in your KCP examinations and securing admission into this amazing program. The program continues to play a key role in supplementing the government's agenda of ensuring access to education for all. By committing to sponsor students from needy families to access education, the Wings to Fly program is our most important national partner.
The Wings to Fly program is more than a scholarship program. It is a program that develops transformative leaders that will play a huge role in shaping the economy and the society in Kenya and beyond.
Last year, in term 1, I stayed at home for failing to pay my examination fees. I would wonder, why is life unfair? I, Maxwell Omondi Ombwayo, I am a proud boy, for you have all restored my joy.
We thank you, O God, for giving Equity and MasterCard and all their partners this great revelation, so that these ones are not going to cast their refrain. Lord, you have actualized the plans you have for them and sent Equity and MasterCard as agents of that plan that you have. Give them a future and a hope. Journey with them as they proceed to their next phase in life and grant them your success.
The 2018 class marked the 10th intake of the Wings to Fly program and brings the total beneficiaries to 16,168.
These scholarship components ensure that the scholars complete their secondary school education and are molded into well-lauded individuals, people who care about others.
This scholarship is not about secondary education. Those of you after 4 years who get an A and an A minus, the following day you report to the bank for a paid internship that could be able to pay for your university education.
10 years ago, I was lost. I was hopeless. I was full of doubt. My future looked very bleak. But today, I can smile because I graduated with a first-class honors from Multimedia University of Kenya, having pursued broadcast journalism. If this is not transformation, then tell me what it is.